Hi, my name is Sam Johnson and I'm a voice teacher. Today I will be reacting to and analyzing Moon River performed by Chloe and Halle. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and a class project, and they have classes to fit your schedule and skill level. Skillshare has a wide variety of classes on things like illustration, fine art, music and music production, and productivity, which are all things that you might be into. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. I've been recently learning how to code a little bit, so I've been looking at this Python 3 course, and it's been really interesting. I like it a lot. I've also been playing a lot of chess lately, and I keep running into these very similar project problems. So I just looked up this other class, and it's chess opening traps you must know. So that is something that I am going to watch right now and learn a little bit more about something that interests me. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in my description will get a 2-month free trial of premium membership to Skillshare. So why wait? Go learn something new today.
Someday, oh, dream maker, you heart.
Okay, I have to pause just to talk about it, but it's a really enthralling performance. As she was going up to, I think that's Chloe on the left and Halle on the right? I'm starting to learn. I think I'm learning. When she went up to that first C, it was a smooth ascent up toward that note, but it still was like a very strong diminuendo as she went up there. So a lot of times people are concerned with how do I sing high notes and how do I make them really strong. You don't always need them to be super strong as you're going toward these higher notes. I think she's capable of going to that stronger thing, but for me, I actually like teaching people to approach their high notes in the way that she just did first, so that it's fixing the approach up. And a lot of the things that I'm concerned with in training someone's voice is how we approach different difficult areas of the voice. So for pretty much everyone that I first have a lesson with, I start them by having them sing through ah, and they do that through all of their range. That gives me all of the information to know kind of what their main tendency is. So if someone was going up toward that C like she just went up to, and it was just really loud compared to everything lower in their voice, then that would tell me that they tend to pull chest a little bit more. If there was a sudden moment where they just kind of let go and flip, rather than what she did was she went up to it and it sounded similar. It sounded like the same voice as the stuff below. So even though the top was a much lighter configuration than the bottom, it didn't sound like a flip to me because there wasn't this sudden movement and there wasn't this breaking from the spectral sound that is similar enough. And so it sounds connected to me. And I think that that's a really good way to approach, especially if you are someone who tends to be really heavy as you start going up toward those higher notes. So that's how I think we can use this to train less trained voices. Try imitating it. See how it feels. See what you tend to do while you're starting to sing that line. The more that you know about your individual tendencies, the better you can construct exercises to help fix those tendencies if they are negative tendencies, if they're things that aren't helping you out. And just the smarter you'll be able to be when you're singing or when you're training.
Drifter,
her voice is so cool.
to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end.
I love this. When Halle went up to those high notes, again, they're not like belting these out, and it shows that she has like a fairly high vocal type. Vocal typing is weird because it's not all just about where you are able to sing, like what your range is. It's also about how you sound in different parts of that range. So if you are able to vocalize up to a D6 as a high-voiced person, then you still might be a mezzo. You still might be a contralto. You also might be a soprano. But it's how you approach it, what it sounds like up at the top, and the volume control that you're able to have. All of those things kind of play a part in voice typing. And that's why I'm really hesitant to voice type people super early, because a lot of it is also just not useful. And I think it puts people in these boxes that makes them feel like they can't sing a bunch of different styles of music or a bunch of different roles, but it's through singing a bunch of different stuff that you can figure out what fits well in your voice. But what Hallie did as she went up to those high notes, she was able to back off on that volume significantly, which is a sign of a lighter voice, of a higher voice. It's gorgeous though. Oh my gosh, the tone that she's able to make. She's so good. Like, it just sounds so incredible. And the way that they're listening to each other is next level. They're not trying to oversing each other. They're going back and forth between who has the melody and who has the harmonies. And it sounds so fluid. Like, the voices almost blend together. It's gorgeous. I really wish that I had started listening to them last year when one of my students started yelling at me to listen to them, because they are very, very good.
Waiting on the bed, my huckleberry friend. Moon River and me.
It's just like so pretty and good. I liked that a lot. Moon River is a really great song. It's one of those American standards. This is one of my favorite versions I've seen. I really like the Frank Ocean version because I'm a huge Frank Ocean fan, but this one is just so tender and sweet, and it's fun to watch them because they're so cool and pretty and good. Yeah, there are some people that just have like an it factor, and I think that Chloe and Hallie have that it factor. That said, they have developed it. Like, they've been singing together for how long now? And they practice all the time, whether they consider it practice, whether it's practice with a teacher, or whether it's themselves just like singing over and over and over again. Voice teachers are useful, I have to say, because that's my job, and also because they are, but a lot of people figure stuff out on their own. I think that voice teachers working with people who are able to figure out this kind of stuff on their own can help speed up the process and help people find even more colors that their voice is capable of creating. But some people are just they just figure it out on their own. And I am super jealous of those kinds of people. Like, I figured out a lot of stuff on my own, but I've had to work really, really hard with some really good voice teachers to start getting to where I am now, and I continue to work with a really great voice teacher and with amazing colleagues that like help me all the time that we talk and with my continuing education. And I don't think there needs to be shame about that, about saying, hey, I'm Sam, I'm a voice teacher, I have a career, I do pretty well for myself, and I also, want to get better and take a lot of lessons because I recognize I'm not perfect. Chloe and Hallie might be, though. They might be perfect. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Go check out all the links in my description. Go check out Skillshare. Thank you again, Skillshare, for the sponsorship. And go check out my Discord if you are interested in singing and being nice to people. That's the main thing, though. If you want to be nice to people, go join my Discord and then be nice to people there.